problem? Well, as you study the waveform, you'll see that the inspiratory time and the expiratory time are about the same. So that's a 1-to-1 ratio. You'll also notice that the expiratory flow does not return all the way to the baseline before the next breath begins. And so that's a problem. That means we're letting the patient inhale, but we're not letting them fully exhale. And that's leaving air behind. We might call that air trapping, or we might also call it dynamic hyperinflation, also known as auto PEEP or intrinsic PEEP or occult PEEP or sneaky PEEP or whatever you want to call it. But it means that there's not enough time to exhale. So what we'll have to do to correct that is you'd have to change the IE relationship. You'd want to decrease the inspiratory time to allow more time to exhale. And to do that, you'd increase the flow. So if you increase the flow, that shortens the inspiratory time. That allows more time for exhalation. Usually that will correct it. So the problem here is dynamic hyperinflation. Decreased pulmonary compliance would not be demonstrated in this kind of pattern here. You need a different kind of graphic to figure that out. Same thing is true with increased airway resistance. Graphics can show that, but not this type of scalar graphic where you're separating the I time and the E time. And then an air leak would also be demonstrated on a graphic, but it would not show up again on this type of graphic. Typically, it would be on more of a volume pressure loop or a compliance graphic. So in this case, we're looking at a scalar graphic, so we're dividing the I time and the E time and the I time and the E time. And as we look at the inspiratory flow, which is measured above the baseline, it's a square wave pattern. When we go to exhale, we see the initial flow is identified below the baseline, and then it should rise all the way back up to the baseline before the next breath begins. It's not doing that, therefore we need more time to exhale. And to get more time for exhale, we need less time for inhale. And to shorten the inspiratory time, we increase the flow. So hopefully that all connects in your brain well. But here, they just want